All right, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the market. We're going to talk about investing right now. Gains. We're going to talk about being responsible. There's some other stuff too. Wrote it down, but there's nothing on the paper really. Anyway, so what's happening right now? Okay, look, there's the Bitcoin futures, which is betting on, whether Bitcoin goes up or goes down. And people were ungodly long, which means they bet that it was going to go up. And so many people bet that it was going to go up. And a whale, or a few whales, a pack of whales came in and drove the price down, liquidating the longs. I think it was like a record-breaking liquidation on Bitcoin futures. That's how the price went down, you know what I mean? It happens, especially when you have these futures trading markets or whatever. And so then there's that. That happened, right? But then, get this. There's also the fact that, man, the inus are going crazy. Shiba Inu, Mononoke Inu, Saitama Inu, Kishu Inu. There's a gang of Ishu. There's a gang of Inus. There's like so many. There's like 50 Inus. And most of them were going nuts. And so people sold their BTC positions and jumped in on the Inus. You know what I mean? Jumped in on the Inu gang. And so that also took part in the crash, right? And so I know what you're thinking, Teddy. I'm thinking about buying some Kishu Inu, or Mononoke Inu, or Shiba Inu. Where can I buy it? How can I get it? Okay, look, first of all, you want to know where to buy any coin, you go to coinmarketcap.com and you type in the coin, right? And you find it, and you find the coin that you're looking for, and then you just go to a tab close to the middle of the page, if you scroll, and it says markets. You hit that, it's going to give you all of the exchanges on the left-hand side that coin is available at, and you could just go to those exchanges. If you're signed up already, great. I mean, Binance sells SHIB, Coinbase does too. It's crazy. Man, when I left, Shiba Inu was $700 million away from flipping Doge on the ranking higher than Dogecoin, and making it into the top 10. Now, let me tell you, man, Shiba Inu was a coin that I got from my psychic tarot reader, who's been right a lot, and she said to buy it, and so bought it. Just kicked in a little few dollars, just like this. Just kicked in like that. Not even this finger. It's just this finger. Just kick it in, and it became the largest position in my portfolio. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And bro, I got heavy hitters in my portfolio, bro. Like, my port is not playing. You know what I mean? Like, about it. You know what I mean? Worked hard on that port. You know how long we had to hodl to keep those numbers? Bro, not playing. And SHIB is now the largest position in the port. Just that one coin. It's wild. It's crazy. I never intended for it to be that. I didn't know that it was going to do that, okay? It just did what it did. And, but keep in mind, okay? I got in like way early, okay? Like right now, my SHIB position, it did a 5,700% return. That's 57x. That means if you put in $100, you got out $5,700. Okay, you put in $1,000, you got out what's it called? $57,000. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think actually it's more than 57x. Anyway, now, at the time I calculated it, it was about 57x. If you put in 10 grand, bro, you're at 5.7 mil. Is it 5.7 mil? No, it's 570,000. Yeah, 570,000. Sorry, that would have been crazy. Anyway, so no other coin. I mean, right now, okay, look, Kisha Inu is like, these are all garbage coins, you know, except for SHIB. Like, for SHIB, you can make an argument and it would sound legitimate as to why, you know, SHIB is like a decent coin, okay? Kisha Inu, garbage. Mononoke Inu, garbage. The only reason why I'm playing those coins is because, you know, my real coins, the real caps, the real alt cap coins, you know what I mean? Like, my bags are heavy in those, right? So I'm good. Like, I could put in more into those, but kicking off a little flick of my little ring finger into some of these other coins, bro, like, you know what I mean? It's fine, right? So like 57X, I could take, you know, one X of my original position and kick it into like 10 other things, and I'd still be up 47X on my other coin. So, like, you know, I'm in a profit. All right, so now I know what you're wondering, like, yo, Teddy, should I buy right now? Here's what I'll say, man. I don't think it's ever a good idea. All right, I'll put it like this, okay? You got 100% of your portfolio. If 85% of it are in like real coins with good projects, they've got operators on the projects that are running the businesses well, creating partnerships, innovating, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? If 85% of your portfolio is looking like that, okay, you know, maybe you take 15% and you do what you do with it, right? It's up to you, right? I think that's okay. But I'll never really recommend for you to buy like these garbage coins, because I know what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna be like, well, Teddy said I should put everything into Mononoke Inu. It's early, I think just get all of it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, bro. You know, I was talking with my boy, and he was talking about buying, you know, like 5% of the entire Mononoke Inu supply. And for him, and it's not even that much to do that right now, but for him, it would be all right. Like, he'd be okay with that, because for him, you know, he's got heavy, like, real alt cap coin bags. He's got BTC, he's got an ETH. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's like, it's 15% of his portfolio, not even, to be able to do that, right? So for him, it's good. Like, he could do that. But for the rest of us, we probably shouldn't do things like that. I think that wouldn't be wise. And so I'm not advising you to do that. Even though everybody's going to say, Shiba's going to go to whatever, Moko and Nino, whatever, is going to go to whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be $1. You know, no, it's not going to be $1. None of these coins are going to be $1. And if they ever reach a penny, I mean, that would just be absurd, which I just don't think that would happen. A tenth of a penny is probably what we're, like, the best that we could hope for, okay? It's probably the best that we could hope for, is a tenth of a penny on any of these coins. And SHIB is the most likely to hit that. The rest of them, I mean, it's a snowball's chance in hell, okay? And so, should you FOMO into it? Only if you got money you're willing to lose, because these are BS coins that could go to zero. They could dump out at any given moment. And if it's money that you won't feel if you lose it all, go ahead. I mean, I've done my fair share of buying S coins, and they're crap coins, they're garbage, and, you know, if they went to zero, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it at all. I'm not even, I look at them now and I'm like, you know, it's whatever. I'm not even tripping. So, you know, keep that in mind, okay? Here's the other thing. You know, inflation, it's a real thing, you guys, okay? It's a real thing. If you're saving money, you're losing money. I know it's a real crazy concept to fathom, right? It goes against everything you've like learned and just implemented and practiced, and it's worked out well for you. Look, back when inflation was 1 to 3%. Yeah, I mean, 3% was like the ceiling on inflation before. It was like, wow, 3%, oh my goodness, what's going on? you know, now in order for you to keep the same buying power of your money, you need to be hitting 20% every year, bro. Yo, that's a lot. That is a lot to do. 20% every year. And I know, man, the news and all these people who, you know, they want to say, oh, inflation is just transitory, you guys. It's just transitory. You know? You don't have to worry about inflation. What? It's crazy. Don't worry about inflation, you guys. Like, nah, bro. It's a real thing. You can't print 60% of the current supply in less than a year for a government currency. And not just any government, the United States government currency. And then not only that, but when they print this money gets leveraged by banks. It's called fractional reserve lending, right? So you put 60% of the supply out there and banks see that there's a hot real estate market. What do? They multiply the reserve that they have, okay, of the money that's there. They multiply it by up to 10x legally. This is according to the rules. This is how you do it. So if you got $100,000, you can loan up to $1 million. And it's good, okay? This is inflation, bro. This wasn't contributing to inflation before at 1 to 3%, but now that we're at 50, but we're really knocking on 20% door. We're like, hey, we're here. Can you open up? That's what's really happening right now. So you have 20% inflation, and then you have, you know, fractional reserve lending continuing and going even nuttier because we are in the hottest real estate market that's ever existed. Yeah, inflation is real, you guys. So if you're saving money, if you got money tucked away, bro, you got to be 20%. You have to. You have to start looking at investing, okay? You just got to do it. I know it sucks because it's not something you plan to do and you were cool with your money and your nest egg and blah, 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 blah. It's too bad for you, okay? You're just going to have to do it. I'm trying to read my notes because they got all this stuff. Okay. Here's the next thing I want to talk about, zigzagging. Okay, that's where your coin goes up, you take some profits, you put it in another coin. You know, I get it. I get the logic. Okay, I get the logic. All right, and you know it could work out for you, but you're not gonna beat a buy and hold. You know, all that zigzagging you do, great. It's great. You know, you made money every time you zigzag. You didn't beat a buy and hold though. A buy and hold gets you like 10x, 15, 20x. You know what I'm saying? A buy and hold gets you serious gains. You know what I mean? 1,000%, 1,500%, 2,000%. Yo, you're zigzagging, you're 30% here, 40%, 50%. Even if you did 100%, to beat 2,000%, you gotta do 100% 20 times, and your judgment has to be perfect. Okay? Stop zigzagging, bro. Look, but here, I'm not even gonna tell you to stop zigzagging. It's up to you if you want to zigzag, okay? You zigzag if you want to, okay? Here's, if you want to take profits and sell and jump in, you know, if that's what you want to do, okay? If you think the coin is going to go up still, hodl. Just hold it. If you think it's gonna go down, then jump out and jump into something else, okay? And if you think the whole market is gonna go down, then sell into fiat, okay? And that's my advice to you, okay? It's a real simple thing to do. It's gonna be based on how you perceive the market and, you know, your knowledge about market cycles, structure, liquidity, supply, all that kind of stuff comes into play. It's gonna be, you know, based on your assessment of that is gonna determine whether you're right or not about making those moves, and your portfolio is gonna show you. But that's what you could do, okay? If you just really want to zigzag. You know, the other thing is, I know that a lot of you are zigzagging because you think that, man, I just can't get the kind of gains I want to get, okay? I just can't get the kind of gains I want to get if I just keep holding what I have. Yo, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you definitively, okay? It doesn't matter if you got $100 in the market, 100 or $1,000 in the market, 10,000 bucks, 100 grand in the market, 500 grand in the market. Okay, you get this feeling that you want to just, flip and buy low, sell high, and buy low and sell high, and in order to ramp up your gains. Okay. And especially now when you're seeing all this stuff go crazy and, maybe your altcoins dropped and your portfolio is looking droopy, bro, it's one day or 1 week, or even if it was 1 month, it's very, very short term, my friend. It's extremely short term. Okay. This is investing. It's a long play. Yo, I've been talking about this on YouTube for a year. I didn't tell anybody sell. I've been saying hodl this whole year. Some of you listened, some of you didn't listen, bro. It's good. You know what I mean? Who am I? I'm just nobody. But it's been a year. I've been just saying hodl. If you really feel like you're not going to hit the gains you want, then, bro, you need to put more in the market. You need to put more in the market then. If you want more gains, you need to add to your position. It's not about the flip. You got it twisted, my friend. And you're going to hurt yourself. Okay? You're really going to hurt yourself doing that. So, taking profits now, if it makes you feel better, like it makes you like sleep better at night, like if you really got anxiety because, oh man, my money's in the market and I want to take my original investment out, my initial capital, I need to remove it. All right, go ahead, do it so that you have the peace of mind, you know what I mean? But like if you're not really tripping off that, but it's like more of a greed thing that makes you want to sell and take profits, you want to go flex and buy something or whatever, like, bro, chill, you know what I mean? Chill. You gonna be able to flex? Yeah, you're gonna be able to flex later in a little bit. You're not even gonna have to wait that long. I'm talking about like a few months, you know what I'm saying? So just chill, man. Just chill, be cool. What else I got on my list, man? Inflation. Oh, Crypto Kid, man. I posted on Facebook and on my Instagram stories. I recommend you take a look at this thread, Crypto Kid. It's just some middle school kid who started investing in Bitcoin just to be a nerd, and he hodled, bro. He didn't sell through, I think it was all 3 bull runs. Didn't sell, just hodled. And now 13 years later, 14 years later, or no, sorry, like 10 or 11 years later, this kid graduated college and, he has $100 million. He doesn't have to work for the rest of his life, but he does need to make 20% on his money every year or else. All right, here, I'll break down inflation, okay? All right, at 1% in 10 years, you lose 10% of your value. Like if you saved money, if you tucked it away, at 1% inflation every year for 10 years, you actually lose more than 10%. We're going to keep this math simple. Just know that for the sake of this math, it's always more, okay? Because inflation compounds every year, okay? At 1%, you lose 10%, over 10% of your money. So if you stashed $100 away in 10 years, you could only really spend $90 of that to get, and get the same amount. So today, $100 got you 40 apples, right? In 10 years, $100 would actually only get you 36 apples, right? So yeah, you saved money, but you lost the value of that money, okay? At 2%, you now lose, your 40 apples you could buy is now only 32 apples, okay? Your 40 apples that you could buy with that $100 could only buy you 32 apples, all right? At 5% over 10 years, so this is gonna be more than that, okay? Over 10 years, but at 5%, you could only get 20 apples now. Your 100 apples that you could have bought, you might as well have just bought those 100 apples. You could have got more for your money on those 40 apples with that $100 than you did saving it for 10 years. Okay? All right, let's move on. This is at 5% now, all right? At 10%, my friend, guess how many apples you could buy at the end of a 10-year period at 10%. Most people don't want to believe it's 10%, bro. The CPI is 5%, and that's what the government's giving you. We all know you can't trust the government numbers when it comes to inflation. Like, that's like the rule number one. They gave you a number, all right, don't believe it. It's worse than that. How much worse? Let's talk about it, right? And that's what investors been talking about. Bro, 2020, when the Fed said inflation was going to be 3%, yeah, right. After they printed, $5 trillion, like, yeah, right, okay, 3%, but whatever, let's play your game. All the economists everywhere was like, all right, look, if they said 3%, we're probably looking at between 8 and 10. And I was watching these people go back and forth on all kinds of, bro, that's what I do. I watch money, investment channels and videos and news. I watch that every day. I've been doing that for years, okay? That's what I do. I watched them go back and forth about arguing at 8 to 10%. And then they said, okay, you know what? I don't think it's going to be, all right, it's 3%. All right, this is what they said. This is what the government said. We told you it's 3% now, and we expect it to be maybe 3.5 to 4%, but that's going to be at the end of 2021. This is what they were saying last year, right? At the end of 2021, November, December 2021, we expect it to be like 3.5 to 4%, right? So they increased the number percent. But economists was like, wait, hold on. So you guys aren't going to fix it in 2021? You're not going to do anything about it for 2021? You mean it's going to get higher in 2021? We're not done printing? You know what I mean? And they say, yeah, that's right. We're not done printing. And so they said, oh, okay, 10%'s out the window. Now, then the argument became between 10 and 15%, okay? And then just this year, in January, they said, look, we're going to bring it back down to 1. You know what? If it gets to 2.5, 3, we'll let you know. But it's not there yet, you guys. It's not there yet. I know we said it was going to be 3.5 by the end of this year. It's not there. We'll let you know. And then in June, it was like, all right, look, it's probably like 5, okay? And they've been sticking with that 5 number. And so now the argument is it's probably between 15 and 20%, and it's going to get worse over the next few years because we can't possibly see how they're going to fix this. And mathematically, you can never replace a deficit. Even if you taxed all businesses 100% of their income, you couldn't fix it. You couldn't replace the deficit. Even if you did that for 5 years, straight, you couldn't replace the deficit. So inflation is real, y'all. It's real. It's here. It's affecting you who saves money, okay? It's affecting you who saves money. I'm saying that because I want you to understand, like, the money that you have, you're going to need to do something with it every single year in order to beat inflation. Now, look, if you put it into something like Bitcoin, on average, if you extrapolate the average, on average, it earns about 200%, right? Every year, on average. Bro, if that figure, which we can look back at the charts and just do the math on the figure's right. But let's say if it was just 10% right going forward, you can at least break even having it in Bitcoin. Yeah, does it go down? It sure does. Does it go up? You know it. It does, bro. It does go up, right? And we have a saying like that in trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up and it goes down, but it goes up. And considering that, people are going to be looking at alternative reserve currencies for their portfolio other than the dollar, and countries are going to be looking at alternative reserve currencies for their citizens other than the dollar, you really should think about doing that. And this does not take a tinfoil hat. Don't be so ignorant to think that this has to be a conspiracy. It is not. It is simple math done by people who have just been paying attention. If you've just been paying attention to finances, to the world of finance over the last 3 to 4 years, 2 years even? Bro, you come to the same conclusion that I have, bro. You've come to it. I promise you. All right? It's my 2 cents, man. I don't got to do these videos, my guy. I don't got to make these videos. I could just not say any of this and just bust my own moves. But I'm trying to help somebody out there who's watching these. I'm trying to help you, okay? Do something. Bro, I want crypto to be a beneficial, pleasant experience for you, especially if it's your first time in crypto. I want you to have fun. I want you to earn and make money. I want you not to hurt you and your family's financial prospects and outlook. I want you to be good, okay? I really do. And that's why I make these videos, man. I know there's a lot of garbage out there. There's garbage out there. I know it, okay? And I don't want you to have to succumb to these people and, you know, their paid advertisements and their paid shilling of garbage coins and their hidden agendas and their ulterior motives, and they're just also incorrect information. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that's why I'm doing this. So, you know, and that doesn't just include the crypto stuff. I'm also talking about the inflation. You know what I mean? That's part of it. Like, that's part of the landscape. That's like knowing, you know, whether or not the foul line is 15 feet away or 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's fundamental stuff like that, okay? It's part of the game. And so I'm telling you this because I want you to know, all right? I love you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to do that at all, okay? But, man, did I beat your financial advisor, though? Did I? Have I beat your financial advisor yet? Huh? Or we'll find out at the end of this year. You know what I mean? But maybe, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. Love you. Hope all is well. Hope everything goes great. Peace.